Hello happy people, how are you? Happy New Year, happy 2025. I am not in Milan. You can see from the snow, it doesn't snow like this in Milan, and obviously you can see I'm out in the nature. Anyway, I am out in the mountains. We took a short break here for the new year, and I've been wanting to make this video. Just trying to get my camera clear. I've been wanting to make this video, like a sit down, kind of talking about 2024, how it's been, and then, you know, 2025. But I didn't get time to do a sit down, honestly. But I've been taking this walk out here, and oh my god, it's been nice and relaxing. And I thought, you know what, why don't I make a video here just on my walk? And you know, that's where I'm staying, in that cabin over there. There, that's where we're staying. It's very cozy. It's a good friend's cabin, a family friend, so I won't really be showing you the inside for privacy reasons. Oh my god, I'm in a snow ditch. Anyway guys, so the views are so nice. You can't see much from here. Anyway, as I take my walk, I'll talk to you guys. So as I was saying, it's nice to catch up and, you know, kind of look back to where you've been and what you've been up to at the beginning of the year, because for me it's a nice opportunity to reflect and restart and, you know, kind of make some goals and open new pages. People don't like resolutions, and if 2020 taught us something, it taught us that you could plan all you want, but things could go sideways. Nevertheless, I still like planning. I still like reflecting over the new year and, you know, setting some goals. And it doesn't mean that these goals have to happen. And I honestly don't put myself on any pressure to achieve the things I have set out to do for the year. If it happens, it happens. Of course, I'm intentional, but I don't get anxious over it. But it gives me direction, which is good for me. Anyway, before we get into direction for 2025, I just wanted to reflect on 2024. Honestly, 2024 for me was a fantastic year. It was a good year, but not because I had everything I want and life was perfect. Who has a perfect life anyway? But it was a good year because it felt very peaceful. Ooh. Guys, if I fall, it's because I'm talking to you guys. I'm not concentrating on the snowy path that I'm about to take, but I want to go up there where it's nice and the views are amazing. Gosh, this is a bit risky. I don't want to fall. I'm going back down. So 2020 was a year of peace, you know. I found a lot of peace within myself and my surroundings, and I'll tell you how. First of all, it's gratitude. In the quest for so many things and, you know, so many desires for how we want our lives to look, we sometimes forget to look at what we already have. And I looked at my life at the beginning of 2024 and throughout the year and thought, I have a good life. It's not perfect. I don't have everything I want. I could do much better in many, there you go, fast fall. No, I didn't fall. I almost did. I could do much better in many aspects of my life, but I actually have an amazing life. I have an amazing family. I have an amazing circle of friends. I have provision of basic needs, but even more, I am privileged. I'm privileged, guys. I'm privileged, and I'm saying that out loud, even for myself, you know. And so that was a good realization, and living in that gratitude was amazing throughout the year. Then I have done a few things, and I have done the work to also have no expectations, very high expectations from anybody and from anything, not my workspace, not even my family, not even my children, because I feel like the more we have these expectations of what things should look like, how people should treat us, the more we set ourselves for failure. Now, obviously, there is respect and appreciation, a reward you rightfully expect from people that you hold dear to your heart, or people that you have done things for at work. If I'm working my ass off for your company, I am in corporate, so it's someone's company, I'm helping you make money. Hell yeah, you need to see the work that I'm doing and appreciate me for that. But again, I don't have any high expectations from nobody. So I live my life doing what I feel is right for me to do. At work, I have my work ethics that I don't have to be paid to do those things the way I do them. If I do something, I'm doing it right the way I'm supposed to. Then an appreciation would go a long way. A bonus will go a long way. A promotion will go a long way. But I'm still going to do the things I'm doing because that is what I know. That is how I know how to do it, and that's how I want to do it. I'm going to love my children regardless, whether they are behaving well, whether they are, you know, saying, thanks, mom, we see you, mom. I am still going to love them and take care of them the way I know I'm supposed to, without expecting anything. I don't know if that makes sense. So there are areas of my life where I've expected people to treat me a certain way or respond to me in a certain way, and I've been disappointed and hurt. My feelings have been hurt, you know, because in the past, I'm now learning to do better, but in the past I've cared too much, and from caring so much, I've had my feelings hurt because I am expecting a certain reaction. I am expecting a certain you know, a certain treatment from things and people that probably don't feel like they owe me that. And that's the other thing. The world doesn't owe you anything. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody. Do the things you do because your heart feels like that's what it wants to do, but not because you expect that, oh, if I do this, then they'll owe me and then they'll, you know, give me back. I don't know if that makes sense. So yeah, that has been another life-changing way of living for me. Oh, I got a place to sit my camera so that I can film better without moving too much and without risking a very big fall in the snow. I'm here alone because my kids are up on the ski slopes. They're skiing with their dad, and so if anything happens to me, I would literally die alone. God, touch wood. Anyway, so I was saying, yeah, gratitude has been a big part of how I've gone through 2024. Having less expectations. The other one has been accepting things I can't change. Now, for someone who's somewhat a control freak, that is very difficult for me. I try to solve problems. I try to save things, people, and it gets really hard when things are just the way they are. Like, it's out of my power. I can't do anything about it, and I just have to let it flow. It has been hard, but that has been also something I've been teaching myself, learning to leave things that I can't change, accept things and people the way they are, just leave things I can't change. It takes a lot of patience. I am not the most patient person. It takes a lot of acceptance and releasing, letting go. And that's something I've been working on for a very long time, learning to let go to just let go of things that are even so precious to you, people that mean a lot to you, but maybe the relationship is not serving you anymore, and maybe it's not serving them either, and you just have to let it go. So that has been another one for me. 2024 has been a bit of a quiet year. I have learned to be a bit more quiet. Not everything deserves or requires my reaction. Not everything deserves that dialogue. Not everything deserves the closure that I think I need. And it works sometimes. For the kind of person I am, not all the times. I sometimes need closure, but this year has taught me that sometimes the closure you need is you letting things go. So yeah, that has been nice. I've been really quiet this year. If you know me, you know that I've been really laid back, you know. I don't care about being seen. I don't care about so many things. I've stopped caring about so many things, you know. I've stopped caring about so many things, and I think this comes from choosing where I put my energy. Like, there are things I'm just gonna look at and leave them right where they are, you know. And this has been very good for my peace. I step away more easily now than I used to. I don't require a reaction from people or things that have bothered me. I'll just leave it the way it is. I'm at that point in my life where you're gonna reply a long message explaining things, and I'll say, okay. Because why should I engage into something that's going to drain me? What else? So yeah, honestly, that sums up my 2024. It's been a peaceful year. I went to Uganda, as you have seen from the vlogs, and if you haven't, go back and check out my vlogs. I went to Uganda. I was really engaging with my family a lot more this year, and my mom made 70. We threw a big bash for her and she was happy. My kids went to Uganda and did their first safari. It was nice. It was nice. It was nice. I reconnected with old and new friends. Branch Connections, my thing that I do. If you don't know about that, go and check out my page. It's Branch Connections. It's a community that I created over a year ago, where we meet up, let our hair down, be authentic, talk, have real life conversations. It's growing slowly and steadily, and I love it. I love it. It's really coming out to be exactly how I imagined it to be. So yeah, I've done more saving this year, surprisingly, yet I had more things to take care of this year. Also, trips to Uganda, not usually cheap. And when I'm on holiday, I don't look at the account. I don't count coins. We'll sort that out when we get back home. So yeah, it was that kind of year, but I have saved more than I have saved in the last year since I've been working. So that was very nice, because it's something I was intentional about. 2024, at the beginning of 2024, I was very intentional about that. So yeah, 2024, if you guys can pick something from this video or something from me, choose your peace, choose your space, choose your people. Not everything requires your attention or reaction. Choose your battles, you know. Have boundaries and set goals. Don't listen to people who tell you not to set New Year resolutions. New Year resolutions are great, but don't put yourself under any kind of pressure to make it work. And if it doesn't work, you try again next year, and keep going back to the drawing board. You know, halfway the year, 3 months in, keep going back to see, okay, so where am I? How am I doing? Maybe one last thing, my health was tested this year because I don't know, something hormonal has been going on with my body. I'm having it checked out. I'm planning to get on a fitness journey. So yeah, I could say that was the only thing, but it's a very important thing that was a bit shaky this year. Like, so many things have been going on with my body that, growing up in your 30s, things change. Like, your body will betray you. And yeah, so that was the 2024 catch up. 2025, what do we want? What do we want for ourselves? I want you to tell me in the comment section what you want for yourself. Here is what I'm going to share with you. Someone on Instagram shared a thing about becoming a new person, becoming you, becoming a new woman, and I loved it so much. It was sharing different areas of your life where you want to make changes to become a new you. You know this thing where they say you can't be a different person if you're doing the same things. I know it sounds cliche, but it really is that. You can't say, oh, I want a different someone to treat me differently, but you're with the same person who has treated you the same way for the 10 years. You haven't said anything, you haven't, but you're just there, but you're expecting somehow that someone is going to treat you differently. That's just, you know, an example. You have to either talk about it, you have to change something, change the person, or change the way you communicate, or change something, you know, change your job if you don't like it, or communicate to the people at your, you know, or change your attitude. It could also just be changing how you look at things, perspective, you know. So this thing that I saw on Instagram that I was telling you about was really nice, because you set out different areas of your life that you want to be a different person, and then you could write it down, or you set define the person you want to be and what they look like. For example, you define that I want Linda to dress better. So you set out to do some shopping, change your wardrobe. But how do you want her to dress better? You want her to dress more decently. You want her to feel more confident in the things she's wearing. You want her to wear more color. You want her to wear more corporate, or you want her to wear more casual. You know, that kind of thing. I want Linda to be a person who socializes more. Maybe you're an introvert and you're not going out more and you want to meet new people. So you set out and say, this year, at least once a month, I'll go out for a social event, or I'll go out and, you know, try to meet some new people. Or I want Linda to be the person who has this amount of money on her account by the end of the year. Okay, so I'm going to cut down on these things. And, you know, I don't know what your objectives in life are, what your lifestyle is, but I guess you understand what I'm trying to say. So that's what I'm planning to do for 2025. I want to get on a fitness journey. I don't like to share so much about fitness and weight, because it puts me under that pressure where people keep asking you, so how are you doing? So what's going on? And honestly, I don't need that in my life. I don't need any pressure. Yo, the way I am so focused on my peace, you don't even understand. Like, I don't want anyone telling me what I have to do. I know already, okay? I appreciate advice, don't get me wrong. I appreciate advice, and, you know, but sometimes people are telling you things you already know and things you're already working on. So you just need to shut out the noise. And that's the other thing. This year, I've been quiet in the past year, in 2024. I feel like I've been more quiet, but this year I want to be even more quiet. And by quiet, I don't mean not talking, because you guys know I talk. My friends know, like, I talk. I like to talk. But by quiet, I mean silencing my head. By quiet, it means taking slower days, slower weekends, shutting down the noise from the internet. For example, I'm going to take a social media break. I'll be here on YouTube. So that's the other thing. I plan to be here like a bit more than I've been. But, you know, I feel like social media, you suck in so much. You see things that really don't concern you, don't benefit you, but because you're just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So I'm trying to silence that external noise, and also just, you know, not to over interact. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, keep my interactions to a minimum, because sometimes it's too much, you know, replying to WhatsApp messages, WhatsApp groups, and, you know, I like to keep in contact. You know, I try to communicate as much as I can, but sometimes the pressure is too much. So yeah, I'll also try to do that. Trying to obviously save more. You know, you reach a point in your life where you're like, you've been working for a few years, but where is the money? So I think I'll work more on that, savings, do some research about investments, and, you know, big girl things. Again, I'm not putting myself on pressure. What works works. Also, because, guys, I'm at that point in my life where I am happy to pay a little extra for a little more comfort. Like, I work for a reason, And the reason is not to have the money seated on my bank account while I look at things that I would like to do and have and not do them. No. So in moderation, I'm gonna spend on myself, like do nice things, you know, do some travel, yeah, responsibly. But yeah, so yeah, I'm at that point in my life where if I'm gonna be uncomfortable, I'll pay a little extra to, yeah. That's just it. So yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Catch up and say goodbye to 2024, get into 2025, see what it has in store for us. And at the end of the day, guys, you only live once. And I know how cliche that sounds, but we need to remember to live in the now and to just enjoy where we are at that moment, because life has seasons. This season, whether it's good or bad, will go away, and then there'll be another season. Like, we're just moving into highs and lows, because that's what life is. I mean, that's what makes it exciting. So I'm here to receive everything that life has to offer and make improvements. I have been on a self-improvement. Why doesn't it sound right? It sounds weird. Anyway, I've been on this journey where I'm trying to be a better person for myself, for the people around me, and just, you know, always working on improving myself. I feel like it's an endless process, so it never stops. And I would like you to do that as well. Write things down, you know, note things down that you want to change, the changes you want to make, and see where it takes you, you know, see how you feel about yourself. And if it makes you feel better, then continue on that journey. Now, I know I've been mumbling, and I don't know if this video was helpful through the mumbles, but yeah, I wanted it to be as natural as possible, to just feel like I'm talking to friends. If you are new here, Linda Tina, Ugandan, living in Milan. Subscribe if you have got to this point of the video and you're still not subscribed to me. You should. And see you in my next one, guys. See you in my next one. Now I'm going to continue on my walk. And I hope to make a few more videos while I'm here. And if I'm not able to, I'll just see you in the next one. Bye.